Minister of National Security, pretty important position in Israel, had to say about their plans for Palestinian land, namely the Gaza Strip. First of all, I suggest that we don't leave the city centers in Gaza. That's the first thing. The second thing I suggest, and I say this in the most explicit way, occupy Gaza and stay there. What can and should be done is the voluntary migration plan, a plan of encouragement that will allow them to leave. At that point, the anchor asks Ben-Gvir if he's willing to expel them, which is a little different from voluntary migration. And he responds with, of course, if we decide this, we can do it. And maybe it's exactly statements like that and statements like the one you heard earlier from Benjamin Netanyahu that have led to a decline in global support toward Israel. And I want to give one more example, Cenk. This is a short video, but this is the University of Gaza. It suffered the same fate as other universities in Gaza. I mean, it was already pretty much destroyed, but apparently that wasn't enough for the IDF. They had to go a little bit further by completely destroying it, completely leveling it, and blowing it up. So there you have it. And so before we get to some of the polling that Morning Consult has done of the global community in regard to how they feel about Israel and this ongoing war, Cenk, what are your thoughts on all of this?
So what Ben-Gvir said is the very definition of ethnic cleansing. If you don't think that that was a call for ethnic cleansing by the national security official from Israel, you're so blinded by your bias that it's not even worth discussing. Because the guy could say, I want to cut all their heads off, and you go, no, but it doesn't, no, technically, no, there's no technically. He's saying, we're gonna go and occupy Gaza, you saw it with your own eyes, you heard it with your own ears, and then we're going to push the Palestinians out, we're gonna expel them. Well, that's the definition of ethnic cleansing. So, okay, you know what the intention of the right-wing government of Israel is. There's no question about it. Anybody can do propaganda. You can do propaganda all day long if you like. And you go, oh no, Hamas made Israel ethnically cleanse 2 million civilians. You can say any BS you like. There's no lack of clarity there at all. And Netanyahu was clear, from the river to the sea. I mean, I was told from the river to the sea is the very worst thing you could possibly say. I condemned people saying from the river to the sea on the Palestinian side. Do I hear a condemnation of Netanyahu on that? Forget Netanyahu. It's easy to say, well, he's unpopular in Israel. Do I hear condemnation of the government of Israel as their prime minister and their national security minister brazenly talk about ethnic cleansing and wiping out the Palestinians? Not only are they talking about it, they're doing it. Right. Why do you blow up the school? So that they have no opportunity.
100%.
They have no hope. And are the defenders of Israel going to pretend that that was an accident? Because they say, 24,000 people killed, all accident. The terrorists killed civilians on purpose. We killed all of these civilians, but golly gee, they were all accidents. Did they blow up the college by accident? No, look, you're kidding yourself. You're in total, utter delusion if you think this is anything but ethnic cleansing.
So at this point, Cenk, the United States stands alone in the global community in regard to its unwavering support for the Israeli government.